Here's option 4. We'll start with the existing zones, toggle on the changes, fade back the existing zones, and then highlight the areas that would move. So we'll start with Patterson. So the new Patterson boundary will be outlined in this yellow area here. Mission Trace, Mission Sierra would continue to go to Patterson, but we would align them with Crockett and Bush. Currently they're going to Bowie and Travis. The next area would be this area that is currently pointed to Patterson. We would have it go to Holly, Hodges Bend, and then remain at Travis. And so this includes that area currently zoned to Patterson, along with all of Madden that is currently north of West Belfort. And so they would feed to Holly and Hodges Bend, and then go back to Travis for high school, where they're currently zoned. Looking at Oyster Creek, we have this section that is south of West Belfort and east of 1464. They would go to Oyster Creek, along with Old Orchard and Stratford Park. Oyster Creek would feed 100% into Garcia and Austin. Moving on to 51, everybody south of Airport and Madden would go to 51, with the exception, of course, of Old Orchard, which would go to Oyster Creek. We would also take the area that is currently zoned to Neal, that Pecan Grove growth area, and we would zone it to Elementary 51, but it would stay at Bowie and Travis. And so we would have a split at 51 at 99. West of 99 would go 51 Bowie Travis. East of 99 would go 51 Garcia Austin. We also have a portion down here south of what is currently Neal that shows some growth towards the end of the projection. We would align that with Brazos Bend, Bowie, and Travis. Last area here to talk about, or one of the last areas, would be Chelsea Harbor. Again, it's currently zoned to Lakeview. In this option, they would go to Walker Station and then to Satartia and Austin. And so that's this area outlined in purple. In order to do this, we'd have to put an addition on Walker Station. Looking at Lakeview, Lakeview would again pick up that eastern portion of Oyster Creek, and they would feed to Lakeview, Sugarland, and then Kempner for high school. Lakeview would need an addition. And lastly, we have that feeder split that we currently have, where these students are going to Fleming for elementary and then to Garcia and Austin. We would align them to Hodges Bend and Kempner with the rest of Fleming. Here's our data associated with option 4. We've added Brazos Bend onto this, and so you can see towards the end we do have an increase at Brazos Bend. Holly goes from 62% up to the 90s 5 years out, and then 102, 106, 110. And so again, we could probably maintain that bilingual program as is for the next few years, but it may need to phase out over time. Looking at Lakeview, Lakeview would be 78%, 71, 72, and then when its new capacity is reduced, we're at 107. Now we'll toggle on those additions. So Lakeview, 107, 113, and then down into the high 80s, low 90s. Madden, 169, 82, 88, 93. This addition comes online, it's in the 70s for a few years, and then back up into the 80s. Neal, 88, 94, 99, and then its addition comes online, and it's in good shape. Oakland, again, overutilized, and then we get that addition online, 23, 24, and it's in good shape. Oyster Creek, 76, 100%, and then it stays right between 90 and 100 all the way out. Patterson starts to creep up there, but then we get its addition, and it's in the 90s. Pecan Grove is unchanged in this option. Walker Station would go from 92 to 106 with that addition of Chelsea Harbor, and then when we have the addition, it's in the 80s or 90s. Elementary 51 would open low in this option, 37%. 59, 77, and then it never hits 100% all the way out. Good balance at the middle schools, a little bit of underutilization, but not too bad. The high schools are very well balanced, all in the high 80s to the 90s, all the way out.